Open Your Mind to Receive by Catherine Ponder. About the author. Catherine Ponder is considered one of America's foremost inspirational authors. She has written more than a dozen books, which include such bestsellers as her Millionaires of the Bible series. She is a minister of the non-denominational Unity faith, long known as the pioneer of positive thinking, and has been described by some as the Norman Vincent Peale among lady ministers. She has given lectures on the universal principles of prosperity in most of the major cities of America, and a lot of small ones too. From Town Hall and the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York, to the Phoenix Country Club in Arizona, to the elegant Pioneer Theater Auditorium in Reno, Nevada, from Honolulu to New Orleans. She has given interviews on television and radio, as well as numerous interviews by the print media. This ebook is distributed free. We do hope that you enjoy reading, and in this case listening, to this special ebook presentation, and that it will help to light your pathway in life. This ebook comes with free giveaway rights, but must not be sold for profit. Please feel free to share this ebook with friends and loved ones. Open your mind to receive. Why should you deliberately open your mind to receive? Because most of us have endured a pinched, narrow existence for no good reason. We have blocked our good from getting through to us in the process. There's nothing divine about a pinched existence. There's nothing divine about a narrow, limited way of life. It proves nothing but the foolishness and ignorance of man who actually lives in a universe of lavish abundance. Anyone who leads a pinched, narrow existence is not expressing his true nature. He is only cheating himself. If this has happened to you, there is something you can do about it. The word receive means to accept. Psychologists tell us that we can have anything we can mentally accept, but that we must mentally accept it first. A great part of the act of receiving is to accept the good you want mentally, rather than fighting it mentally. A well-meaning young businessman said to me at a book autographing party, "Are all of those success stories in your book factual? Aren't some of them fabricated?" "Why do you ask?" was my reply. "Because they sound too good to be true." "Just how long have you been reading about the power of prosperous thinking?" I inquired. "Oh, only about a month," he said. That explained his disbelief. He was still so conditioned to the limited beliefs of the world that he had not yet learned that nothing is too good to be true. I explained that for every success story that gets into my books, there are scores of others that do not. The results of prosperous thinking are so numerous, I cannot possibly relate them all. And those reported to me are only a fraction of the happy experiences people have had who use the ideas suggested. The young man was still trying to open his mind to receive. He was trying to mentally accept the belief that unlimited good is his heritage. To help him do so, I suggested he speak forth this well-known statement for at least 5 minutes a day. Nothing is too good to be true. Nothing is too wonderful to happen. Nothing is too good to last. How a housewife prospered. A housewife said, "Although I have studied the power of prosperous thinking for years and have had great improvement in my life from that philosophy, I recently discovered something I had been doing wrong. I had been saying that I was on a fixed income. I had been trying to bring more financial income to me in a certain way. I had not opened my mind to the possibility of unlimited supply, coming to me in unlimited ways. When I realized my mistake, I spoke these words over and over aloud for a long time. I am receiving. I am receiving now. I am receiving all the wealth that the universe has for me now." Within a few hours, I received a telephone call from the new cable television company in town, inviting me to come in and discuss the possibility of doing a number of children's shows for them, on material I had already developed for handicapped children and for slow learners. I went for the interview, and this job is now assured. It is one that will bring a considerable income to me. As I continued speaking the word of receiving, my retired husband's business picked up quickly. A number of customers appeared with furniture for him to repair. These jobs will keep him busy and happy for some time. This woman continued to daily speak the word that she was receiving. Later, she reported, "Money seems to be coming to me from all points of the universe. I have just sold a children's film, which will be shown in schools as an entertainment feature for kindergarten and for underprivileged youngsters. Also, a film on games for children, which I had made months ago, has now been marketed and orders are beginning to flow into the distributor." All this happened after I began daily to open my mind to receive. Many people fight their good rather than accepting it. They foolishly think they cannot have their good, nor should they be asking for it. Such attitudes are no part of the child of a king. Do not burden yourself with such false ideas. Take just the opposite approach, as did this housewife, and see what happens as you open your mind to receive. How she made $30,000 her first year in business. Most of us have heard a great deal about giving, but not nearly enough about receiving. At the Christmas season, the emphasis is usually on giving, giving, giving. The result is that many people have a hang-up about receiving. Giving is only one half of the law of increase. Receiving is the other half. We can give and give, but we may unbalance the law unless we also expect to receive. Many people unbalance the law by not expecting to receive, and so they do not. As related earlier in Open Your Mind to Prosperity, a very beautiful and fashionably dressed lady once said to me, "When I first took up the study of prosperous thinking, I prospered so much so quickly that it startled me. I had just gotten a divorce and had only a few months' living expenses on hand. I decided to take a chance and use that money to go into business on a shoestring. I expected to make between $4,000 and $6,000 the first year from my new business. Instead, I made between $4,000 and $6,000 during the first few months. I made $30,000 that first year in business, and I will probably make at least $50,000 this year." My reason for repeating this lady's story here is because of her last statement. She said, "My greatest problem has been in trying not to feel guilty about receiving so much." It is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom, and it should be your good pleasure to receive it. Why a manufacturer failed. A recent newspaper story reported on a manufacturer of t-shirts who had gone bankrupt. The news story showed why. Thinking it a joke, he had placed this slogan on the back of each t-shirt: "Money isn't everything." This man could not mentally accept the idea of prosperity in the form of money. He had not opened his mind to receive, so of course he did not. Conversely, perhaps you've heard the other quip: "Money isn't everything. There is also hunger, misery, and poverty." You must be careful what you notice, talk about, or give your attention to, because that is what you are identifying with, and that is what you will bring into your life. Whatever you notice, you are inviting into your life. Whatever you talk about, you are inviting into your life. Whatever you identify with in your thoughts, words, and actions, you are inviting into your life. If you notice, talk about, and identify with war, crime, disease, financial problems, or disharmony, this is what you are inviting into your own life. Through the law of mind action, it will come.